massive amount of liquidity that was thrown at the economy, which it is going to be attempted to be withdrawn successfully, it's not likely that after this massive amount of liquidity comes into the system and then bumps up against in the United States some very favorable demographics that are operating simultaneously, will just crawl back in its hole. And we like to call the inflation that's been created wolverine inflation, because it really has no natural predator, and it's really beginning to look a lot like the 1970s to us.
Wow. Let's just take that forward then. The 1970s inflation, of course, was energy related, and it was spurred on by the reduced oil that was supplied to the markets by OPEC. We're on the cusp potentially here of the Saudis agreeing to increase supply. Nothing's been signed, no confirmation yet, but that's the speculation. If we can see the energy price come down from here, Bill, to what extent do you revise your outlook on inflation and interest rate hikes from the Fed?
Yeah, the Saudi announcement looks an awful lot like a PR stunt to us. It's a lot like releasing oil from the strategic reserve in the United States. It's great to say, hey, if the Russians aren't going to produce this oil, we'll just have people gear up in the Middle East. Well, what isn't well known, what rarely gets reported, is the most common terrorist attack in any given month are attacks on oil facilities in the Middle East. And this idea that you can just snap your fingers and pump a bunch of oil and everything will be hunky-dory that's kind of an urban myth, we call it. The reality is, where you could really ramp up a lot of production is in the United States of America, but the environmental will and the motivation on the part of the energy companies is not there to do that.